Hello, this is Balico Patch, and welcome back to more of the Curious Expedition. We are with Aleister Crowley, and we are on Expedition 6 of 6. Now, before we go any further, I think I have at least a couple of apologies for you guys out there. First things first, I'd like to apologise for the lack of proper in-game sound for the last two episodes. Don't know what happened. Don't know. It just changed. It changed from going to my headset to going to my sound driver on my motherboard, which I don't use, and only for this game. So I don't quite know what happened there. Again, it probably had something to do with when I was messing about my headphones, but never mind. Hopefully you're hearing the correct sound now, although you won't actually be able to tell yet because we're still on the screen where I recorded the sound for the last episode. There you go. So never mind. But anyway, apologies for that. Second apology, I need to apologise for my attitude over the last couple of episodes. I've been on a bit of a downer with Aleister Crowley. It doesn't appear like we're going to be making much history with the guy. But I've had a good day at work. I'm back at work now. I haven't recorded for a few days. I haven't played this game for a while. And I wouldn't say I'm feeling upbeat, but I'm in a more positive state of mind today. And hopefully that reflects. Hopefully that sounds like I've got a bit of oomph in me. It's all good. You can't see, but my thumb is up. Happy, happy. Anyway, let us crack on. So yeah, sorry. Let us crack on. Expedition 6 of 6, Aleister Crowley. Don't suppose we'll get too far, but never mind. Let's see what happens. We are going to the curious prehistoric lands, an uncharted area hidden inside a giant mountain crater. Contains a buried golden pyramid. Always like those buried golden pyramids. Nice and hard to find. Anyway, after being too excited to sleep, I arrived at the docks. The crew had preparations left to do, so I had one last pot of tea. A gentleman approached me as I twiddled my thumbs. He challenged me to complete my forthcoming expedition within 80 days and offered a reward upon completion. Ha! Not going to happen. It's not. Let's face it, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'll accept it. Or do I accept it? Because it actually affects your fame, doesn't it, these days? I'm not going to accept it. No. I don't want to finish dead last. I'd just like to finish. That doesn't make sense. I don't mind finishing. Look, I just don't want to lose fame. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's forget that one. I refused his challenge. I would not allow our expedition to be sidetracked by such foolishness. Beyond the horizon is your destiny. My previous expeditions had not been of any particular renown, and the harbour remained almost empty for the remainder of the day. I was relieved to see that at least one interested individual arrived and offered to join our expedition. Claudia Popuchet, the artiste, who is superstitious. Okay. Beggars, choosers and all that. Thank you. We could benefit from a skilled painter such as Claudia Popuchet in our dream team. My heart jumped with joy as I heard that our ship was prepared to sally forth. Right, so let us buy some stuff. Right. We could buy whiskey. I don't think it's going to be of any use. Well, I say that. I don't think it's going to be of any use to buy all of it with our funds. I think what I'm going to do is buy 4 torches, 5 rope, and then 5 whiskey. Is that right? Do I want any dynamite? We'll take 2 dynamite and then the rest whiskey. We can always trade in the empty canvases, because I don't think we're going to be able to level her up in time. Well, I'll see. Oh, hang on, we've got no space now. Okay. We are not going to worry about the dynamite. And we'll have 2 more whiskey. Deal. At long last, the vessel was primed to sally forth. Alright, let's go. Expedition 6 of 6. Generating something nice, please. Generating. Come on. Oh, it's generating a lot. Is it stuck in an infinite loop? Does that mean I win? Possibly. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in this one. Oh. tease me then. It went up a little bit further than before. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Villages. Lots of villages. Awesome. And so we sally forth, as it so adequately put it, onto a 9-region map. We've got a decent coverage of the first area already, which is great. Just as I thought we would never find a way through these waters, we reached the land of our imminent adventure. We had arrived, and it was time to sally forth. Really liking the sally forth bit today. Right, okay, well, we're full, so we don't need any water. Let's just crack on. Right. Right, okay, we've got to start. I'm not going to hold on too long with that. We'll probably end up going with updating the soldier as opposed to the artist, he says. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Right, first one. Please be something nice. Yeah. I surveyed the curious, more than 3-meter high rock statue. Its cold eyes seemed to stare at us. It was a It was wearing a skirt. It was a disconcerting sight, and I desired to move on. I saw a few items by the statue, which must have been put there by the natives of this region. They were surely sacrificial offerings. Well, we're full. We'll see what there is, but we're full. Yeah, no, that's fine. Oh, yes, you're correct. You're correct, Claudia. We should not have taken that. Okay, never mind. Oh, now she's upset with me. Claudia Popochet was particularly upset with our decision to explore this place. She sobbed hysterically about how we had cursed our luck. Well, as it turns out, she's probably true. She's probably right on that. How far can we travel? If we travel to there for 47. Yeah, if we travel there for 47 sanity, moving slowly, fine. And then we eat those, we haven't actually lost anything. Boom. Works out fine. Everybody is a chicken dinner winner. Yes. Don't know why I want to go there. So we've got our Sulphur Lake, which is never good. It seems to stretch down the northeast to or southeast, should I say, of this side of the region. We're probably best going down below. Is that inactive? It is. There's a magnetic mountain there as well. Let's come to here. That should hopefully give us a better idea on what's going on around us. Cancel in a second. Cancel. Oh, by a village. Today we reached a village. Today we reached the camp of a peculiar race of large lizard people. As we arrived, the village was buzzing with activity, but no one really paid attention to us. We were able to walk amidst their number freely, as though we were nothing unusual about our arrival. We were guided into the village by a crowd of cheering kids. Our good reputation has preceded us here. Great. Right, we could rest. We could trade. Let's trade. Nothing really of worth. Yeah, and they are worth nothing. Rubbish. Okay, so if I was to have a rope, 2 ropes, 1 rope. How about a torch? Oh, no. Let's just take the... Can I get away with... Yeah, but... Yeah, well, okay, that'll do. Deal. I came to an agreement with the natives. Right, recruit. I sat down and spoke with the natives to see if any adventurous spirits were willing to seek fame and glory. Soon enough, I found a group of would-be new Trek members and had to decide on a new recruit. Cool. Oh, what? A Chasmosaurus? Oh, show it me. A Parasaurolophus. A Parasaurolophus. A Parasaurolophus. Let's break this down. A Parasaurolophus. A Parasaurophilus. A Parasaurophilus. That's what it is. A Parasaurophilus. And a Chasmosaurus. Yes. Or we could have Shzazaza, the warrior. Oh, what have you got? Easy. We have stealth, that's great, and waterproof, reduced movement costs in shallow rivers. That is handy. That is handy. It is an extra set of dice as well, which is also cool. Or we could take a dinosaur. Is that what you guys are? Oh, there's Shizazaza. Oh, is it these guys then? Ah, right, okay. Mr. Alfred. Doesn't actually show anything for holding anything. Or Mr. Perry. Mr. Perry and Mr. Alfred. Good day to you, sir. Good day. I don't know. I don't know. I think we should probably just go for the warrior. Shizaza. Okay, you do. A lizard warrior joined our trek. Our time with the natives was a delight. They remained friendly and offered us more help. Well, we'll leave before we get too dodgy with them. We got ready and departed as new adventures awaited us. Shizaza stayed for a while as she had more business to attend to with the villagers. However, she caught up with the trek that very day. Cool. And it would appear we've learned where that last question mark is. Do we go? We can cross. Can we cross? We can cross the shallow Sulphur River, so it's probably worth doing. I can't see anything else down below. And if we upgrade her now, that means it won't cost us as much to get through the river. So we'll do that. 35 or 43. Okay, well, we've got a long way around if you think that's best. I'm not one to argue. It looks like the centre region there is a dead one, so that's great. Oh, a ship. Today we made a peculiar discovery. We found the remains of an old boat. As far as I could tell, it must have been some kind of pirate ship. It seemed to be stranded here for a long time. I tried to decipher the name, but it was too old to read. Search. I was certain there were riches to be found here. We formed small teams and scoured the place. Ah, just what I needed. More empty canvases. Great. But I'll take the dynamite. Dynamite is good. Alrighty. So, can we make it back? 35. Do I risk it for a biscuit? 4 sanity. Let's risk it for a biscuit. 4 sanity isn't a lot. I feel like I'm probably going to be punished anyway, but never mind. Here we go. Oh, yeah, punishment. Someone was missing this morning. I counted heads and encountered Shizaza sitting in the nearby bushes, half naked and covered in blood. She held onto something that looked like a bone. I almost fainted as I realised that Corporal Lafayette Richard had been killed and eaten. Shizaza. Why you go eating my soldier? Why? Okay, so we are now overburdened. So that will definitely have to go. Great. Great. I'm not risking any more. Screw that. Our vessel was still ashore, and we are going to ditch. I paused to appreciate the beauty of our vessel. Right, let us rest. We settled down to recuperate. One soul was staring back from the abyss. Even the warming flames of the campfire did not to ease our minds. We had to do something. The team had surely earned some reward for their efforts. Shizaza was uncommonly quiet as she focused with bloodshot eyes on something in the distance. I feared that if we did not make some progress quickly, our expedition would be doomed to fail. Oh dear. I shouldn't have come back, should I? I shouldn't have come back. There was me trying to play it safe. I thought 4 sanity, no problems, but alas, smack on the hand for me. Right, let's return to ship. We are going to rest again. We decided it would be a good idea to stay here and allowed everyone to rest. Not a sound was heard tonight as we sat and stared into the fire. I laid awake, and listening to the dark wildlife surrounding me, it had me wondering if there was a way to foresee the kinds of curses that awaited me when exploring the unusual temples in these lands. Maybe if I paid special attention to each temple's aesthetic, I could gain a better understanding? Question mark. Understanding? Not understanding. Understanding? Right, what are we up to now? 80. Let's do it again. Okay, rest once again. Oh, okay. I instructed the trek to halt to catch our breath. The team eagerly gathered wood for a fire. After staying with us for a while, Shizaza had grown to know me a lot better. She seemed to be willing to stay with me, so I revealed the plans of my forthcoming expeditions. Well, that's not good. That's not good. She's eaten one of your soldiers, and you're just happy to just give away everything. My God. My God. This is not going to end well. I'm sure of that now. I'm sure of that. And now we've got a giant bird chasing us. Do I cancel? Will it go away? Hopefully it'll go away. Keep going away, please. Well, what do we have? I came across a fascinating man-made granite figurine. Its cold eyes seemed to stare at us. Its presence made me uncomfortable, and I desired to move on. I saw some items by the statue, which must have been put there by people from a nearby village, presumably in an attempt to appease the gods. Ah, bongos! Do I want bongos? Bongos are pretty handy. And it's 10 sanity every so often. Not that often, though. I feel a flute could come in handy right now as well. So let's take a flute. What would I drop, though, for the bongos? And it's only 10 sanity every so often, so I suppose it's not worth that much. No, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. We'll just take the one flute. We took what we could use from the apparent sacrificial offerings. Shizaza was particularly upset with our decision to explore this place. She warned us that we had angered the gods of this land. Oh, Shizaza. You funny old cannibal, you. Alright, so we need to use the horn flute on the giant birdie. It is now asleep, which is great. And we need to get to the other side of here as best we can. 40 or 39. Let's go 40. Seems good. Keeping away from the big old birdie. Alright, so we've got... Oh, is that one next to it? Oh, boom! Couldn't do that again. We arrived at a native village. We traipsed into the settlement of a peculiar race of large lizard people. The villagers observed us with curiosity as our trek arrived at their settlement. We moved freely about the village and considered our options with these people. The villagers observed us with caution. They were kind and offered us what they could. Let's wing it. Let's try and get another person. I talked to the villagers to see if some of them were inclined to seek fame and glory. However, not one of the villagers wanted to join the trek. They simply did not trust us enough. The more we are, something or other. Wallow, Hivajob, Jepek, Limbabu, Saju. I concur. An undercurrent of trust was reflected in the natives' mannerisms. They remained courteous and gestured for us to find comfort in their settlement. Well, let's... I've got nothing to trade. Everything I've got I want. I don't feel comfortable in getting rid of anything yet. Let's rest. As darkness fell, the natives lit a campfire and invited us to sit with them. I regaled the villagers with stories of my travels so far. A young warrior asked me if my world was superior to their village. Now, I've fallen for this before, so I'm going to say local life is superior. I told them that I preferred a close proximity with nature and that I admired their way of life. They were visibly happy with my answer. Oh, and we can study the culture. Let's do that. My time was well spent with an anthropological study. I forgot I took that. I listened to the stories of the elders and was able to document many of the customs and languages of this highly interesting people. I slept in great comfort and safety. The following morning I woke to face a crowd of natives. It seems my snoring amused them. We seemed welcomed here. They remained very polite and offered us more help. Should we rest again? We can't afford to rest again because I'm going to have to use up the whiskey. Excuse me. Let's try recruiting again. Now our standing's up. Oh, it's 0. Let's try recruiting again. I talked to the villagers to see if some locals were willing to join my cause. No. Okay. Right. Let's leave then. Let's go. I told the men to pack up and headed out, as new adventures could be waiting over the next ridge. Shizaza stayed behind for a while as she had more business to attend to with the villagers. However, she caught up with the trek not long after we had left. Cool. Right. Let's drink all our whiskey. Oh, boo. Let's drink all our whiskey anyway. Let's get pest. Right, and let us travel to the south side of this funny looking question mark. Let me walk. There we go. Ooh. We have a hut. We entered a mysterious looking hut. The interior was particularly musty, with all types of dried herbs and other peculiar things hanging from the walls. A native shaman approached us with an absent stare as he chewed on some leaves. Let's trade first. Rather skittishly, the shaman got out a bag made of animal hide and presented his wares. Ooh, Right, so we have tone plageable creation, effortless movement, interesting, waterfall creation, and mountain creation. Right, we're not interested in any of those. We are, however, interested in the green mushroom. I think that's the only one we need. You're superstitious. You're a cannibal. That needs to be taken care of. So just the one of that. How much is the dynamite worth? Ah, bang on. Okay. Do I? No one's injured, so there's no point taking any of those. How much is a cocoa leaf worth compared to a dynamite? Two? Two. That'll do. That's a good deal. It took some effort, but after all, we made a deal with the shaman. Good. Right, so, overburdened. First things first, let's eat those. And then let's use that. We assembled a camp to comfortably... We assembled a camp. No, we assembled camp. Yes, we assembled camp to comfortably consume the mushrooms. And then we want to give that to Shizaza. Shizaza ate the mushroom and was shaken by the foul taste. She fell into some sort of trance for several hours. Afterwards, she swelled with positivity. Hey! Good, good, good. Not a cannibal anymore. See, you just got to find the right vegetable. Turns people right off the meat. And off we trek again. Now we have... Ooh. I surveyed the curious man-made stone statue. The ghastly visage seemed to look right at us. Its presence made me uncomfortable, and I desired to move on. I noticed some items by the statue, which must have been put there by people from a nearby village, presumably in an attempt to appease the gods. Ah, torches stack. Horny flutes don't, but we can use that on the raptor next to us. We took what was useful to us from the apparent sacrificial offerings. Shizaza was visibly shaken by the encounter with the peculiar statue. Alrighty, and horny flute, onto you. We move a little bit down to you. And let's have a look what's in this cave. We approached a cave. Its opening seemed to lead deep into the mountain. We needed a torch in order to venture forth safely. Let's have a quick look. We lit a torch and descended into the darkness. We arrived at a small cavern strewn with the aftermath of what seemed to be a failed expedition. The skeletal remains of what must have been an Italian explorer with many broken bones. All the bones we found had been cracked open and, it seemed, sucked empty of marrow. To our surprise, one of the rotten crates still held some valuable equipment. Ah! Well, we'll take the whiskey. We're not going to worry about the machetes because I don't want to give anything else up for the time being. And we shall drink the whiskey. And do we wait? Do we wait? I think we better wait. And we shall wait until this stops flooding. Oh, wait again, please. There we go. Oh, stop waiting. And then up we go. And it should hopefully be... There we go. Just what I expected it to be. Wow, that was laggy. Well, at least we know where one of them is. I don't know how many of these seals there will be. We were approached a mysterious structure that seemed to be partially made out of pure gold. We discovered a mechanism of sorts on one of the sides. With a little time, we would surely be able to activate it. However, what would happen upon activation remained a mystery. Well, let's activate it. After much toil, we were adept enough to unlock the enigmatic mechanism. All of a sudden, an enormous column of light emerged from the seal. That is one bright light. Right, so it's more than one, that's for sure. Right, let's go to the other side of this question mark. Oh, another village. How upset are they? Yeah. This evening we reached a village. We entered the strange encampment of a peculiar race of large lizard people. We were not the only visitors to this village. A wandering trader and self-proclaimed beastmaster had displayed a few mysteriously covered crates. The villagers had been awaiting us. They did not seem overly fond on our... They were cautious, but politely offered their help, perhaps to see us leave sooner. Let's try resting. I told the team to unpack our things and prepare for the night. Claudia Popachet approached me nervously. She and the elderly chief daughter had fallen in love. She pleaded with me to smuggle her lover out of the village this very night. Does that mean I get an extra trek member? Well, who am I to stand in the way of love? This time. The other times weren't appropriate. This time is, because there's potentially an extra Trek member here. So yes, I encourage your forbidden love, Claudia and Lady Lizard. I want you guys to be happy, or should I say you girls to be happy. I agree. I would put our party at considerable risk, but I agreed. We were caught attempting to smuggle our charge out of the village. The villagers placed all the blame on Claudia Popochet and took her captive. Ah. Oh, Claudia. Oh, Claudia. Well, let's try and barter. We discussed how much they would be willing to let her go for. What? Are you kidding me? Okay. Sorry, Claudia. I left Claudia Popochet for the villagers to do with what they may. Perhaps they would set her free, perhaps not. It's not my place to question anymore. Let's study the culture. I would not miss the unique chance to perform an anthropological study. With the natives' consent, I spent the remainder of the evening making sketches of their features and clothing. The night was quiet and peaceful. The following morning I woke to face a gathering of natives. It seems my undergarments shocked them. He wears pants! I was more than obvious that we would need to depart as quickly as possible as the villagers wanted to be rid of us. Right, let's go. We packed up the trek and headed out as new adventures awaited us. Shizaza stayed for a while as she had more business to attend to with the villagers. However, she caught up with the trek that very day. The villagers stared at me as I departed. The following days I had the uncomfortable feeling of being watched. Well, I think it's fair to say this trek is slowly falling apart. With that in mind, I think I'm going to scrap the rope. Gone. Next. Let's explore the cave. We located a cave. Its opening led into the darkness of unknown depths. We needed a torch to move inside. Or let's go and have a look. We lit a torch and descended into the darkness. We were intrigued to discover that this was just the beginning of a subterranean route. Let's leave for the time being. Because I need to get up here. 49, 42, 47. Let's travel as far down this way as we can. They are like mega angry with us now, aren't they? Yeah. Then we'll need to crack open the campsite and enter the camp. We erected our camp. It only increased my yearning to sleep on a feather mattress again. And we need to rest. One soul was staring back from the abyss. It was difficult to ignite the fire, depressingly so. Some time ago, I conversed with Shizazo about the world back home and its abundance of pleasantries. I'm unsure if it was a good idea, since she seems to have become obsessed with this topic. Thief! And superstitious. Ugh. Oh dear. Things are happening. Let's rest again. Rest overnight. The night was bleak and everyone was seemingly worn out as we sat by the fire. This was truly a quite remarkable land, and we were curious as to what wonders were waiting to be discovered. Shizaza cleaned his weapon and equipment. His? I thought it was a her. Oh! It's like what's it called? Yeah. With a foo-foo and a wee-wee. There's a word for it. It. You will be referred to as it now. Right, well, let's do that once more. I'm perturbed now. It was a warm and starry night. This was truly a quite remarkable land, and we were curious as to what wonders awaited. Shizaza patrolled the area with her weapon at the ready. Right, it must be a female day. I think we're done now. I think we also better upgrade you to get the added stealth. And we're going to add added dice as well, which is great. Great. And we need to get up away from the raptors and onto the hill. Go. Run away. Oh, it's going to cut us off. Right. Well, that's good. That's good. That's a seal. That is definitely a seal. And we are coming back this way. So do we risk it for a biscuit? 36. I don't know if you can camp on the hill. I guess we'll see. Right, so let's explore this. We approached an immemorial structure that seemed to be partially made out of pure gold. We discovered a mechanism of sorts on one of the sides. With a little time, we'd surely be able to activate it. We've done all this. Boom! It took us a while, but eventually we pull it on because we're awesome. Right, is that it? No, one more. Great, right. Hang on. Oh! I forgot to pack the camp up. Idiot. What does it get back? 39? Right, we're bound to be eaten. Okay. Well, time to get eaten. Oh, there we go. During a standard inspection of our goods, I became aware that something had gone missing. I could have sworn it was there the other day. Torches, I don't mind. Just get me back to my tent, please. Get me back to my tent. I'll take a hit from the raptor. Fine. I had already withdrawn myself when I was awoken by a loud gunshot. I immediately ran to aid Shizazo against an attack, but to my horror I found her dead on the ground, killed through my own gun. I was not of right mind to contemplate the truth of the incident. I dug her grave till dawn and then buried her. Ugh. Okay, right, so we're pretty much screwed at this point. We need to get rid of stuff. I'm going to get rid of the dynamite. I am then going to camp and rest. I settled down for the night. All hope seemed to be lost. Even the warming flames of the campfire did naught to ease our minds. This night we had a supernatural occurrence. The spirits of dead natives materialised in front of us. They told us they had been killed by unnatural monsters that were breeding in a nearby cave. If we would kill the monsters, they promised that we would find a worthwhile magical reward on their corpses. Nope! I would not expose our trek to such hazardous endeavours. I already lost, what, like 5 people? The spirits looked disappointed in my decision and vanished into the darkness. Jeez. Thought I was born yesterday. Right, let's enter camp. Rest again. Nothing unusual here. Get it back up. Oh, we've got a stone circle. And then we're cut off, so we're going to have to go to the cave anyway. Let's enter camp again. We assemble the camp. Rest once more. Oh dear. I was hoping that someone would come and join us. Maybe Claudia had found a way out of the camp, but apparently not. So let's pack up the camp. Continue. We're now overburdened. Rubbish. Okay. We're going to have to drop the torches. I'm just holding on for, well, what I can, really. Right, okay. This is as much as we can discover this way. Oh! Ah. Right. Of course. That's it. Come on, bring on the pain. Boom. Was there any other way this is going to end? That's the question I put to you, people out there. Could you see this ending any other way with Aleister Crowley? It was an inevitability. Like the sunrise comes up after the night. Like the sunset comes after the day. Aleister Crowley was going to get ripped to shreds by raptors. It was just one of those things. It was serendipity. It was fate. There was nothing else we could do. That was it. It was just written into the stars. It's out of my control. I had absolutely no. I made some bad decisions, but if we overlook that just this once, we'll overlook that. There was some terrible RNG there, but never mind. It's hard. That's why I call it hard mode. But it's a case of playing the odds, but being safe or playing safe at the same time. And you can play it so safe that it's actually detrimental to yourself. So it's finding that sweet spot. I think it's fair to say with Aleister Crowley, I did not find that sweet spot once. At all. Failure from the beginning. I should have quit after that first expedition of dying and having a final score of 13. Unlucky for some. Especially unlucky for me with this character. So I won't be replaying him. We've had our fill of Aleister Crowley. So new explorer next time. I think it's Marcus Garvey. So thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.